So, nice to finally meet you, because we've written about 5 stories about you.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you guys have been, and I say you guys, so it's you first and foremost. I shouldn't
Yeah.
say you guys, but you've been great. And
Thank you.
You have. I mean, the support you've given me has been fabulous.
Oh, thanks. No, we somehow or other, we're essentially pop, but we cover everything, all genres, because our whole thing is, everyone's got fans, every genre's got fans. We never write anything nasty about anyone, because there's plenty of people out there that do that.
Yeah.
And basically, if we really don't like something, we just won't cover it.
Well, I'm glad you like me because you're covering me then.
No, it's cool. Yeah. But so first of all, as I said, it's nice to meet you. What have you been doing? It's been, I think it's like June or something, we featured you first. And what have you been up to? I know you're over here.
Yeah, so it was funny because I thought the way you're going with that was what I've been doing, because so many people was like, where did you go? Because I debuted in 2010 with the debut and had a good run for about 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Nashville, and then I got into writing, planning, creating my new label, which we just launched last year too. And so I didn't go away and I didn't stop. I actually did more work, but not on the artist side. So it's funny when you're saying, I'm like, here we go, where did I go? But no, it's been good. We came back out with a single last year. Like you said, you guys wrote about me, which I appreciate. The single came out, Love Was All You, did great again. It was accepted, played, fans loved it, media loved it. Radio loved it, which was great. And we did our first tour in October last year here. And my team and I knew it's like this is where we want to be. We knew UK was going to be very important to me. It has been since day one. International markets are very important to me. I know we had a chance to talk earlier. So Australia, the rest of the European countries are playing me. I'm very lucky that the global reach is able to be done. Because for someone like myself that's doing it strictly, I want to be independent. And allowing me to choose who I work with and where I go. It's great to have the ability to do it with people like yourself helping.
Well, that's the thing. I'm going off piste from my questions, but I'm glad you said you want to be independent, because too many artists think, getting into it, they think, I've got to get signed, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, blah, blah. I've got to have a manager, I've got to have someone do everything for you. But you lose all your freedom, don't you, once you sign over?
I was very fortunate when I started going to Nashville. I was, Canadian born, but I started doing the trek that a lot of people do from anywhere, really, but especially in North America. So every week and every other month, I was going down. I started that in 2004. Very, very fortunate to meet I would say a big wig back in the day producer who said, listen, first meeting in town, first weekend, I found him through an old Red Book directory they used to use. And he's like, listen, you do not need to sign with a label. The industry's changing, your business background, you need to look at doing things on your own and you'll be fine. It'll be a longer haul, but at the end you'll be happy about it. So I've never wanted to be signed. I've always said to people, it's not that I had them banging down my door to sign me, because they didn't know enough about me. But I didn't care, because here's what I was going to do. Now it's taken me, since we launched in 2010, 6 years, in a sense, to build career business up to it. But I'm happy where I'm at. The attention is here now. The artistry is getting where I want it to be. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Now if the label comes knocking and they want to do something like an imprint deal with my label, we'll talk.
That'd be fab.
But you're right, the control part of it was important to me.
Because you learn every aspect of the business, don't you? And that, down the line, is so much more important than just being, the figurehead with everyone behind you going, yes, pulling your strings.
Exactly.
If you know what you want and how to do it.
Music business, right? And that's what they say.
Exactly.
So the music I've sang my whole life. Business was a big part of my life. So putting the two together has been very smooth for me. And building those networks and relationships, that's what I did in my previous life in business. So for me to say, okay, we're going to meet producers, we're going to meet promoters, we're going to meet managers. It was just all the pieces that I was able to put in place, get to meet, and now we come out and I've got my team, which I can say is truly my team, because I've met them and they wanted me, I wanted them, and now they're part of me and Hitmaker Entertainment, and we can go and do what we want to do, and we'll add more pieces and more players that are needed. And I love that about what we've created.
That's cool. Your UK tour hits off next week in Glasgow.
Yes.
Glasgow, actually, I have friends, Scottish friends, and country music is huge. So was that part of it? Like you thought, where am I going to start? Should I start from the top, or is it because Glasgow is sort of it's moving in terms of country?
It was, again, when we were looking at building the tour, lucky to have good people around me team wise, and we know that Glasgow is a pretty hotbed for country. I've again been received well there. Played Fort William last October, which isn't a hotbed, but we had such a great reception there as well, and I really enjoyed it. So I knew Glasgow, Edinburgh, and even Fort William, going back to it, is going to be part of what we want to do. Ireland's on the map too, though. Ireland has treated me extremely well. I've done, a lot of interviews there as well, and they're like, "When are you coming? When are you coming?" And we're talking about that now. The next tour, next time I'm over, which we're looking at in the summer, we're gonna have to get up there. I want to, but we need to.
We know the Rising quite well.
Cool.
I was saying to Luke, we didn't really break them, but we were one of the first publications that sort of hit onto them, and they surprised me by their sound. But then I thought, no, that's just Irish music. They just play Irish music, and I think country, North American country, is kind of descended from the Irish sounds that.
It fits for sure. I mean, when I've had the discussions with radio, and then even fans reaching out to me, which is always so cool to see, that they're like, we love your music. And the radio personality's like, it's perfect. You got to come and play it live. You're going to be received very well. So to hear that, it was great. Because again, relaunching, the whole new platform in July last year, it was okay. UK to me, I mean, again, North American. So UK is all of it. I know, and I need to hit all of it. So Ireland's definitely on the map. And the Rising with this tour. We met and talked with them last October, and we knew we wanted to work together. There was a fit there. And now with them coming on now here, we're talking about what can we do together there. So it's going to be interesting with what's coming.
They're a good contact. So what can we expect to see on your tour? Because we're coming to the garage to see it.
Oh, awesome! Yes, excellent.
So what are we going to see?
Big sound. I'm a band guy, so when I did the acoustic,
it's a small space.
It's okay. It's gonna be a big sound. So the acoustic run was fun. I love doing acoustic things, but for me, it's about the band. So it's gonna be big sound, a lot of energy, a lot of fun. It's what it's all about. It's a party. It should be. And I've always believed, as a fan of music and going to shows, that you should leave anything you see with feeling you've just experienced something special, unique, different. So I want to make sure that whoever comes out to my shows that wants to come and meet me and see it, they feel that when they leave, that there's something unique, special, or interesting, or fun, and they want to see it more and more. So
You're a fan of music. I was reading an interview with you, and you went to see All Time Low or something like that. You saw, I can't remember, it just struck me as, gosh, he likes them.
I'm trying to think who. It wasn't All Time Low. Who was it?
It'll come to me.
But
I should have noted it.
It's okay. I mean, I'm trying to think of the name, but no, I mean, I am a fan of music, and I get that all the time.
People expect you to be boxed into the one genre.
And I can't be, because I come from all genres, because I wasn't country. I found country through Garth Brooks, which I say over and over again. And now I respect a lot more of the artists that I didn't know prior to finding Garth. And obviously now I'm part of the generation of all the new ones coming out. But I grew up and listened to whatever my cousins were playing, my mom and dad were playing. ABBA, Queen, I'm a massive Queen fan. Led Zeppelin, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard's my all-time favorite band. And again, everybody's like, oh, it's because it's another UK thing. I'm like, no. I've gone to 12 shows of Def Leppard. Trust me, I'm a fan. So for me, being in country is the right place. When I write, I couldn't write for any other genre. It just feels right telling stories in country. And musically, I love the music of country, and being able to add more of a rocky vibe. It's happening anyways. And it's pop country, rock country. It doesn't matter. Whatever you feel is good.
It's music.
Okay,
so your latest song, The Night Ain't Even Over Yet. What's it about? And do you write from personal experience?
Okay, so what's it about? I could go either way with that one, but it's another relationship song. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it. If anyone goes through the EP, other than All Fall Down, which I didn't write or wasn't around the writer, but I do know Ian Thorne. It's a great song, and it was put in front of me. the rest of them are relationship songs.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not heartbreak, relationships only.
No.
It's just past. Love Was All You was about a past love, you know?
Yeah.
And it wasn't a bad thing; it was a good thing. The Night Ain't Even Over Yet is mainly about something that's brewing. Like, you know, let's see where we're gonna take this.
Yeah.
And we did the video for it, and it was a lot of fun. Lilac Media Group actually went up to Canada to do it.
Yeah.
And the concept that came with it, they got it right away. And my lead lady in the video, Carly, which was great, grasped it too. And we really thought that they thought, it was like, you know what, this sounds like you've been here before. And
Yeah.
now you've come back to it.
Yeah.
And it's like when I wrote it, it was something along those lines when I wrote with Aaron, who wrote Love Was All You Too. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, here's the idea I got, man. It's like, this is what we all go through. You know, you find something and maybe you don't take it
Yeah.
all the way to where it could have been.
Yeah.
And you come back to it and then you like, no, we have to like go with it.
Yeah.
And that's what it was about. It was just like, hold on and we'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
Do I write from experience? Some, yes. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm very much, I look at what has gone on in my life
Yeah.
or around it.
Yeah.
But as a songwriter, I think we all sponge off just everything that is happening in general around us.
Yeah.
It's easier to write about, obviously, life experiences.
Yeah.
But there's so much going on in the world and so many stories we hear from people. I have a list. If I hear a line, a
Yeah.
phrase, a word even,
Yeah.
and it's my song ideas. So I write. I'm doing
That's
this because
brilliant.
as I write it down, right,
Brilliant. Yeah.
I'm putting it in my phone,
Yeah.
and then I'll go back and then I'll develop it from there.
I was going to say, so what's the songwriting process? And that's the sort of thing that I was going to ask about.
It's definitely for me. We talked about this with someone. It's organic for sure.
Yeah.
I can't think I have to write an up-tempo song that's about this, that's involving
Yeah.
this. It's mainly something comes to mind, I write it down, or I start writing right away the song.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's got to hit me, and then it's got to come out naturally.
So does the music come first, or the words come first, or like?
Words and title for me. Actually, to be
title.
honest,
Yeah.
title for me.
Yeah.
It's always the concept. Like, and
Yeah.
I keep saying Aaron. Aaron Goodvin
Yeah.
is another Canadian friend that moved to Nashville. Is doing phenomenal with Warner Chappell Music in Nashville
Yeah.
as a writer. He's now doing the artistry in Canada as well. But he is a melody guru.
Yeah.
But he's also a great writer.
Yeah.
But when we get together, it's
Yeah.
mainly he's like, just keep bringing me your ideas, man. Because I play guitar. I
Yeah.
play it decent. But I'm not a lead guitarist, so for me, my strength in writing is the concepts, the ideas, and then writing the lyrics. So I always collaborate. I always have a co-writer, and it's always someone that can obviously play
Yeah.
and bring the melodies to life.
Yeah.
So for me, it's always words.
You have to have, like, your co-writer has to be able to play to understand how it all fits, you know.
Yeah, and
It's not just writing poetry and setting it to music.
No, and sometimes I do hear things in my
Yeah.
head, not voices. Yeah, no, I'm not that way. But I do hear melodies, so
Yeah.
I'll even hum it out.
Yeah.
And record it and say, okay, here's the words, here's the title, here's the feel,
Yeah.
and here's kind of what I'm getting. And we did do that with "Stay With Me Tonight," the song he and I wrote.
Yeah.
That one actually was very quick, very easy. It was an experience that I saw going on, was a part of. And I had the words pretty quickly and had a melody, and I gave it to him, and he picks up the guitar, listens to what I tape,
Yep.
and next thing you know, we had a song done in an hour and a half. So those are the fun ways of writing a song, and it comes out that quickly.
Very cool. So, you're from Ontario originally.
Yes.
When you moved to, well, you've been going back and forth. So I was going to say, was there a culture shock when you actually moved to Nashville?
Not at all. Not
No?
at all. No,
Okay.
no. I was going back and forth so much. I've been in the U.S. a lot my whole life. I was an athlete growing up, so I
Okay.
played hockey as a Canadian, so cliche. But I played in tournaments in the U.S. I played baseball. I have family in the U.S. I was used to a lot of it. Northern U.S.
Yeah.
Southern U.S. It wasn't a culture shock, but when
Yeah.
I first started going, obviously it was different.
Yeah.
But different good. I love the South.
Yeah.
The easygoingness, the laid back,
Yeah.
the hospitality, all the
Yeah.
stuff you hear about the South, it's there. So the more I was going back and forth, the more it became like home. So when I made the move permanently in 2011,
Yeah.
there's no other place that I want to call home. It's perfect.
So do you go back to Canada
to
visit family and stuff?
It was always about like one time in summer, maybe 1 week, and then Christmas.
Yeah.
But this last year, there's been so much going on the business side of Canada. I've
Yeah.
been back and forth so much. It's been good in a way, but I'm glad that the business side of it's kind of wrapping up. Where now, it'll be just back home in Nashville the whole time, and back to visiting family and friends when we need to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you're known for being a down-to-earth kind of guy. I don't know if it's a hat and a t-shirt or what. But has that been a help or a hindrance, do you think?
I think it's a help. I mean, who I am is who I am. I have no.
People don't take
persona.
advantage of you or anything like that?
Oh, I won't let that happen.
No,
No, I mean, I'm a down to earth kind of guy, but I'm very how do I say this right? Not strong-willed, or I mean, I know what's
You know what you want.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I always say I'm very black and white. You know, I
Yeah.
treat people well, they treat me well. You treat me bad, you're not going to be around me
Yeah.
again. You know, it's one of those things. So, but as who I am and down the earth kind of guy, it is just who I am. So
Yeah.
I can't change. I can't
No.
turn it on and off.
Yeah.
Sometimes I need to maybe pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm told, like, you can't put it all out there.
Yeah.
And that is the only negative side of it, maybe. But no, it's what you get. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have an ego. I don't have this persona.
No.
I am t-shirt, jeans. I'm not a cowboy hat guy. I'm not cowboy boots.
Yeah.
This is what you get. Hopefully you like it.
Yeah. So who are you listening to at the moment?
Ed Sheeran. I just bought the album.
Gosh.
I cannot believe the talent that man is. For him to go away, and he
Yeah.
did go away.
Yeah.
He said it openly.
Yeah.
And come back with that album.
Yeah.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
So that's one of the first albums
Yeah.
I bought, like a full album,
Yeah.
because I just had to have it. Adele was the other one.
Yeah.
And I keep saying, you can see, this is the thing. Every time I talk, it's like, here he goes talking about UK art. I'm like, I've been around
Yeah.
UK music for so long, so I gravitate maybe to it.
Yeah.
I still love everything I love about North America and everything else,
Yeah.
but there's such great talent coming out of the UK,
There is.
and they're dominating. So
Yeah.
how can you not want it?
Yeah.
So, but then last night, we were at Scala, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah.
And we went and saw Zach Brown's side project band, so Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Blown away by that too. I
Yeah.
mean, these are all things I'm saying that aren't country, but
Yeah.
Zach is a country
Yeah, that's
artist,
right.
but he's doing all these different things. So for me, it's just because the music's so great, so I'm listening. Bruno Mars, another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
These are not country names, but
No,
if I
that's
start
right.
talking country, Little Big Town's new song,
Yeah.
Better Man, blows me
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Dustin Lynch's new song,
Yeah.
Seeing Red, or I think it's Seeing Red. I can't play that enough. I mean,
Yeah.
I love my country genre people,
Yeah.
but there's such great music.
Yeah.
You just gotta go get whatever's out. We're
Do you-
supposed to do this because we love it.
Yeah,
And we're supposed to
exactly.
create the music that means something to us.
Yeah.
And if it makes me a red carpet star
Yeah.
in a year or two, great. If
Yeah.
it doesn't, I'm
Whatever,
fine with it.
yeah.
That's not what drives me.
Yeah.
This drives me. Meeting
Yeah.
you and talking with
Yeah.
you about it, meeting fans, going out and playing live.
Yeah.
That's what drives us all. It should.
Yeah.
And then whatever comes from it, accolade-wise or whatever,
Yeah.
so be it.
Yeah.
But I just enjoy this part of it.
I was just saying to Luke earlier that we can make EP, like essentially pop, really huge if we really wanted to. But, you know, if you get to the point where you're not loving it anymore, and if you don't have time to do what you want to do and how you want to live and whatever.
Yeah,
then-
but with that, and not that I'm talking
Yeah.
better on your business,
No, no.
but you still control it. So if
Yeah.
you want to get it big, you can, and you bring the people in that are like you
Yeah.
to keep doing what you need to do, so
Exactly.
you can still do what you want.
That's
Because you are like you're your boss too, just like
Yeah,
I'm my boss.
yeah.
So we can control what we want.
Yeah,
and it'd be
yeah.
good. And you're doing great again, and I appreciate you again for having me here. So.
Thank you. Okay, so last one. That was quick. What's next for Dawson Reigns after this tour? And is that your real name?
It's my legal name.
Really?
Yep.
It's the best name.
That's my
It's
legal
like-
name. It's on my passport. So
Wow.
yes.
So yeah, so what happens next?
I always say my team because it is
Yeah.
always a discussion. Again, UK,
Yeah.
we're definitely coming back late summer.
Yeah.
We'll see where and how that kind of pans out. We're in discussions now. We have been talking with South Africa, New Zealand, I apologize, not New Zealand, Switzerland, Norway,
Yeah.
Germany, like all these European countries that are playing me
Yeah.
to do something. If it's a festival, if it's maybe an acoustic kind of, hey, this is
Yep,
me.
yep.
That's the idea. Touring. That's my
Yeah.
goal. I know it's to me, it's the important part of what I'm doing to get my career and my name out there
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
But really, just in music in general, you've got to be touring nowadays.
You do.
You know, like online's great to say, hey, look at me, listen to me.
Yeah.
But you should, and I believe every artist, really, if they want to be serious about this, no matter
Yeah.
what level you're at, you got to be out. You got to be
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah, you got to see your audience, and your audience has to see you as
Yes,
well.
and so that's really the focus for the rest
Yeah.
of this year.
Yeah.
The international side, the U.S. side's starting to pick up now, and
Yeah.
and then I've been asked that too. Is like, well, you're doing so much international. What about the U.S.? Well, the U.S. is there. I have team players there in
Yeah.
place waiting to do more.
Yeah.
But this was the plan. Like, I want to come out to the international market. The international market is
Yeah.
a bigger piece of music
Yeah.
than North America only.
Yeah.
So my view was to go out, do everything I'm doing, and then grow what I've started on
Yeah.
the writer side and the artist side in the U.S. And end of this year into 2018, I'll start doing more in the U.S. But I will not stop what I'm doing
Yeah.
here in international.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
So what's your fan base like?
As in,
As in like your supporters. the people that come to your shows, like, have you got that sort of relationship with them that you know people by name? Or,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah?
That's especially here.
Repeat offenders?
Repeat offenders.
And they come to all your
Yes.
shows? They
Well,
follow your tour?
Again, the social media platform being what it was,
Yeah.
people always gravitate to, oh, how many fans, how many this.
Yeah.
My fan base is growing because I'm back out. I was kind of away for 3 years, so it's
Yeah.
growing quite rapidly, which is nice to see that it's, again, being received.
Yeah.
But the ones that I've met last October here, for example,
Yeah.
last night at the show,
Yeah.
turn a corner and there's 2 fans,
Yeah.
and I'm like this, so it's
Yeah.
like, hugs and how you doing, and
Oh,
we're coming
that's
to the
cool.
garage.
Yeah.
So it's happening,
Yeah.
and that makes me feel really good
Yeah.
because they're online, they're interacting, and I
Yeah.
always respond. If it's a like or a comment, I will always respond to my
Yeah.
fans, and as long as I can.
Yeah,
Ed
yeah.
got to the point, like you said, it's so overwhelming
Yeah,
to shut
exactly.
down, but
Yeah.
I want to get to that.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to have that problem.
Yeah.
It means that you've connected, and so for me, yes, my fans are
Yeah.
getting stronger, bigger,
Good.
and the connection is there, and I love it.
Excellent. I've come from a fandom background, and when your fans are the ones that just like a like or a retweet or a whatever, it's like, wow, oh my god, he saw me.
Well, it's one thing to have the platforms
Yeah.
It's going to sound wrong. I don't think that means solicit fans. It's to engage with fans.
Yeah.
But if you're not truly engaging, just because they've come to you
Yeah.
and you stop, like thanks for liking me or friend,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
that's not right.
No, that's right.
And again, bring it back to sports. Growing up in Canada, hockey was the biggest thing. I wanted to be an NHL player like everybody, every Canadian boy.
Yeah.
And my one vivid memory was going to a game and being down in the tunnel
Yeah.
when they're coming out, and I wanted just a tap on the hand
Yeah,
from a
yeah.
player that I really liked, and
Yeah.
got ignored.
Oh gosh.
And I was young,
Yeah.
and it stuck.
Yeah.
So when I got into this, and you see other artists and even actors and whatnot, when
Yeah.
they do that,
Yeah.
it's like never.
Yeah.
I will never not stop for a picture, stop for a hug, stop for
Yeah.
a hey,
Yeah.
because they are what make
That's
us.
right,
And
exactly.
you should do it. So
Yeah.
I enjoy it though. It's not just
Yeah.
because I have to. I enjoy it.
It's a cyclical thing, isn't it? It's like they come to you because your music, but you have to go back to them because if they're not there,
Then
yeah,
where's my music
you can
going?
keep on playing.
Yeah, exactly.
You keep on playing music because you love it, but you need to have someone to hear it as well.
Exactly, and they always say about investing in you. Fans invest in us
Yeah.
personally,
Yeah.
and also they invest in us financially.
Yeah.
They're buying our CDs and
Yeah.
our merch and all that.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at that, they're taking their hard-earned money and putting it
Yeah.
into my pocket.
Yeah.
So I need to both do it as a professional level,
Yeah.
make sure I keep doing what I'm doing, so they're happy with what I do.
Yeah.
Any point.
Yeah.
But also on a personal level, that let them know I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's just how it is.
You don't want to get to the point though where they're dictating exactly.
No, it's back to that where I'm
Yeah.
I'm pretty
You're in
solid.
charge.
I'm in charge.
Yeah.
I am who I am, but there's that line, and you have to make
Yeah.
sure of it. Even like with direct messaging and all that, like if things get unprofessional or whatever,
Yeah.
you got to be professional about it and cut it off or do those things. But you hope you don't have too many of those. It's just all the good
Yeah.
relationships, but you're gonna get some of those along the way.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you. No, seriously, again,
it's
I
all right.
appreciate it so much.